Well, today was a big surprise. There was this huge downpour that started sometime early afternoon. And I mean, it was like a major downpour. I thought we were just going to get some medium rain, but no, this was like a real big deal. So, so there it is. Today's reading talks about responsibility. So let's go through the reading and then we can kind of unpack it a little bit afterwards. How's that? Rev Ron Fox says, we each are responsible. We each are responsible. The first quote he says is Oliver Wendell Holmes. I thought Emerson actually said this, Ralph Waldo Emerson. Some people say it was Henry David Thoreau, but most people say they don't know where this quote came from. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us. And that kind of gives you a clue where this reading's going. Ernest Holmes in Creative Mind says, life is for today. There will be no change for tomorrow unless we do the changing for today. Today, we're setting in motion the power of tomorrow. Today is God's day, and we must extract from it what of life to live. As I said, that's from Creative Mind. It's on page 46. And this is Reverend Ron. Several years ago, I started a speaking business. I offered a number of topics on which I could speak, and the one people chose the most was, quote, pushed by pain or pulled by vision, unquote. He says, I wonder why so many people chose that one. Eventually, he says, came to the conclusion that many people are in a painful place in life. Many feel lost at sea, not sure where life is taking them. The truth is, you and I are responsible for our lives. Nothing happens by chance. We're given the gift of writing our own stories. If we don't focus our thinking, we bring confusion into our lives. When we focus, we send a clear message to the universe, the divine, God, the all. And all the power of the universe comes forth to assist us. Stephen Covey, and if you remember him, he was pretty famous in the second half of the 20th century. He wrote 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. He says, people who are either haves, Stephen Covey writes about people who are either haves or bees. The haves say, I'll be happy when. The bees say, I can be more loving, I can be wise. The difference is that the haves are outer focused, while the bees are inner focused. Whenever we think the problem is out there, the thought is the problem. Why? Because what we want out there is there to control us. That must change before we can have any meaningful change in our lives. Our lives work much better when we live from the inside out rather than the other way around. Okay, so as I said, the whole thing is about personal responsibility, taking personal responsibility for what's in our lives. The other day I said, I heard that we could replace I should have, I should this, I should that with, wouldn't it be nice if? Why? Because it changes the whole thinking around. It changes it from a negative to a positive, and that's always good. So there's really 2 things involved here. One is there's not much likely to change out there unless we change in here. Do some people have luck and things just fall to them? It would appear so, but you don't know what's going on in their heads. Whatever they say orally, verbally, if you like, may or may not reflect what's going on in their minds. So although some stuff may come across as negative, often in their minds, they're thinking in a positive fashion. So it is true, I think, that we attract things to us in accordance with how we believe, not just how we think, but how we believe. And he is saying here, hey, let's take responsibility for our lives. And what I say is this: why not give it a try? Why not try taking charge of your life? And when something comes up, look at the positive side of it, go inside and decide what you want and focus on that. And if the old stuff comes back, just deny it, just say no. It's really exactly just like in meditation. All those of you who've meditated know that when you get into quiet, thoughts start coming in. It's not unique to you and me, it's everybody. Thoughts try to come in. So what do? When a thought comes in, we let it go and we get back to our meditation. And it's the same thing when negative stuff comes up. You just deny it, ignore it, and then you refocus on what it is that you want. Ernest Holmes never, ever, ever said that there's no poverty in the world, there's no sickness in the world, there's no disasters in the world. But what he did say is that what we can do is in prayer, we can turn away from that and we can focus on what it is we want. People in Science of Mind in particular and New Thoughts in general have been accused of just closing their eyes to what's going on out there. No, that's not the truth. The truth is you acknowledge what's going on out there, as we said many times, then you turn away from it and you focus your thoughts and your feelings, your beliefs on what it is that you do want, either on an individual basis or on a broader basis. So it's kind of the same message wrapped up in different ways. It's another way of saying it's done unto you as you believe, but then putting that into practice, not just saying it, but actually doing it. So it's somebody once said that we're not human beings, we're human doings, and we really ought to be human beings. Well, I think it's both. I think we're human beings and then we're human doings afterwards. That's my offering for today, such as it is. I'm almost sure that Daniel Mercadal, one of our practitioners, was on earlier today. I thought I saw something flash by on Facebook when I was busy. So check that out. Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page, not my Facebook page, or not Prosperity Living's Facebook page, or not whatever medium. Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page. Whatever I'm broadcasting on for purposes of these daily readings, I represent them. And that's why I have to be careful about what I say to make sure it's in line with what my boss, the Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings, would agree with. So, and if I don't agree with something, I don't say it. So there you are. But I don't think I've come across much yet that I can't agree with in our philosophy. Can't think of anything right now or in the immediate past. So there you are. What I suggest is this: that try these things on something small. If you find something is going adrift in your life, use that phrase, say, wouldn't it be nice if, and then when you get that if, the thing that comes in, then wrap your feelings around it. So wouldn't it be nice if I was able to go down to the bank today and could draw out $10,000 if I needed to, for instance. And then if that's what you want, that's what you focus on, and that's what you write your feelings around. So it's my offering. Affirmations, plural. In this moment, I move within and remember I am responsible for the life that I wish to live. In this moment, I move within and remember I am responsible for the life I wish to live. I know as I open to the spirit within that together we co-create a life of wonder and joy. I know as I open to the spirit within that together we co-create a life of wonder and joy. And what that says is that we're responsible for putting together our thoughts and our feelings. We're not responsible for how things come about, and we're not responsible for them coming about, except to the extent that we focus on what we want and we look for the signs of things coming. That's our job. Our job is not to produce the goods. Our job is to claim it and then to watch out for the signs for it coming. That's it. So remember, my colleague, Reverend Lisa Ryan, will be on Creative Life Spiritual Center's Facebook page tomorrow morning around 9:15. I will be back tomorrow, hopefully around about 5 o'clock. So until next time. Before I say namaste, which I just said, if you like these, please share them. I mean, it really does us a lot of good, but it does you a lot of good. When you share something that you like, how do you feel? It makes you feel good. So why wouldn't you want to feel good and share these? Until next time, namaste.